Looks like we are into the knife round here for Guts versus Storm from the ESEA Intermediate Division.
Again on Mirage. Seems to be a commonly played map.
Yep, all the first week's maps are decided by ESEA. There is no map veto in ESEA, so each team does know what maps they're going to be playing for most of the season. Mirage is the first week map. So both teams have had quite a while to prepare for this map. They both know that they will be playing for Mirage, so it's all going to come down to this knife, which Guts will take out, and they will now be able to pick their preferred side.
So they do pick counter-terrorist, which is an obvious choice. On Mirage, you prefer to start CT side. It feels more comfortable. I mean, if you've got good strats...
Counter-terrorist is the much preferred side here. I mean, T side, if you are a stronger T side and you would prefer to, you know, score your, like, go for your 8 T rounds before switching over to CT side, but CT is a lot harder to come back on, I find, than it is T side. You can pull off a lot more magic on T than you can on CT. And I believe we have a match pause coming in. I believe a player's disconnected due to some connection issues. Hopefully they should not be too much longer.
That's how it's slippery. That's what you get for saying finally, man. One player disconnects and then they pause. Delay it even longer. This should be a good game. I haven't seen Guts play before, but I've seen Storm's old lineup play. I believe it's probably the same lineup. I'm not too familiar with these teams. But either way, it's going to be a good game. It's going to come down, I think, a lot. This pistol round's going to come down to what the T's have in store. They've got 2 smokes, so I think they are going to go for a take, and it looks like they're looking towards B. And the player has reconnected. He bought himself armor and a decoy, of course. So it's interesting to see that Brad doesn't chuck that Tech 9 over to a teammate with armor. Usually that's what you do. You chuck someone who's got armor, so you at least got like one player who's fully bought. Not fully bought, but... And here we go. Counter-terrorist, double stacking B, triple stacking B.
But we do actually see that the bomb is off towards A. So I believe we'll see most of the T's, go down underpass here, try and set up for a connector and A main push here, which is a really great move for first round, because Skits is able to get a nice shot on the C-Bear there, in window. Fluke Artist sees him going down connector, but he's going to get flashed out and pushed back to B side. He will rotate through short. Oh no, Fluke Artist coming through jungle instead. He's going to get held up on the other side of vent here. Blink gets a nice shot onto XPL through the box, but that's not going to matter. The bomb will go down anyway. Fluke Artist, nice shots there on the magic in snipers. Sorry, Skits.
That's just a solid retake there from Guts. Really not playing overly aggressive, setting up crossfires between all their players as they're retaking. I think if Skits was able to get that frag in window room, in sniper, maybe it would have been a bit of a different round, but the way the bomb was planted, even if he was to get that frag, you know, they could have just defused before he got there. Playing for the retake there, Storm, on pistol rounds sometimes isn't the best thing, but, you know...
Not too bad of a round there for Storm, though. Did get the plant. Are going to opt to full P250 buy for everyone, so just P250s. We've got a flash on Brad G there. We see CT's playing a pretty standard...
3-stack, A1 mid one.
Kind of 2-1-2. I mean, they've got 3 on A, but I believe one of those players will pull off any moment, as there is no A push early. And this big player is going to be integral, and Agona, he is a goner. With Blank backing him up from short. Knows that there's one on site somewhere, spots his head, but can't quite get the shot onto Skits. Fluke Artist comes through the window though, and the Famous spray is too much for him to deal with. 2-0 to Guts.
Could you turn
now,
your mic down a tiny bit, Watch? Just a tiny bit.
Pardon?
Could you turn your mic down a tiny bit, if that's possible?
Mine's down like all the lowest way. All the settings are on your end, dude.
Yeah. Alright, so we'll change his voice down.
So we do see a full AK buy come out now from Storm here, and Guts, even though they're 2-0, they're still choosing to actually use that Famous, the M4, the Scout, and that is why. C-Bear with a beautiful headshot on the magic.
Nice boost here from the counter-terrorist side. So terrorists in this situation are probably going to be a bit shaky losing that man first means that they're obviously not just down on one gun, but an AK is a big advantage against an MP7 or a Scout, for that matter. So we'll see what Storm can do here. Looks like they're going to be setting up with one-man peeks to main.
But the Tomliner, he is there to stop this train. So is Blank. Nice boost there on short. Brad G trying to get some spray down. Is going to get mollied back down into A main. And things are just not going Storm's way here. They've tried for the A push and they've been completely shut down and lost 2 because of it. Now, there is a player that has made his way onto the B site, but he has been spotted out by Blank. Sir, not sneaky enough there in the lurk, my friend. Fluke Artist moving now to connect to cover that mid angle. Seabear's got him backed up from snipers with the Scout. With nothing in mid, it is pretty obvious that it should be a B site. And we do see 2 CTs on B. Shots come in. Blank finds the top of Brad. Almost finds the top of Skitch, but doesn't quite do the job. But that's alright, because a Gunner finishes him off. Beautiful round there from Guts. Storm really liked what they were setting up for there, but unfortunately they lost too many people trying to entry. Their entry fraggers both went in mid and in A main and just were not able to get any damage whatsoever onto those CTs.
And
now,
as we see now,
fourth round now, and Storm are forced into an eco. We see 2 Deagles, and the Deagle is not going to be a match for Seabear. Seabear, though, knows when to pull out of that sniper nest. He doesn't want that fight because Blink wants it, and he takes down Magic from short. He also re-peeks, finds XPL's face. It's going to find Brad underneath him as well. Beautiful play there from Blank. I really hope that I'm saying that right. I'm pretty sure I am.
it is
Fluke Artist finds Sir hiding on the edge of scaffolding there.
As we go into this 5th round, we do see Storm full buy, including it off as well. So I think the start of this round is going to be crucial. Whether or not Storm take it quick or slow is going to be the big thing. And it looks like they're going for a quick play at the moment towards mid and towards B. But Bomb's rotating.
I think it's going to be a bit of a fake.
Yeah,
We see
it
the
will
bomb
be.
heading up towards B. Towards A, sorry. I think if anything, the bomb may go... Nah, no pick in mid. Bomb is now going to rejoin the push in mid. They look like they are setting up for an A take here. Smoke comes out for the window. Sir looks like he's going to be the first to connect it, and Brad clears it out. Tomliner was sitting up in there. Not anymore, my friend. 4 Ts all in a row in mid.
All they're waiting
Bomb
for
is
is
hanging
the
back
counter
on the
terrorists to get over
outside.
aggressive. That's all they're waiting for right now. And Fluke Artist playing aggressive over in A main, so they're waiting for them to get over aggressive, but in the wrong area. He's getting so much information. And
Fluke
Seabear's
Artist
gonna
now
rotate.
knows that it's not going to be the A site.
So the dangerous part here is T's can go anywhere from mid when they have mid control, and it's very hard as a counter-terrorist to know which way they're going. But with Fluke Artist just creeping his way up behind him, they know exactly where they're going.
If Storm aren't quick enough on this short push, Fluke Artist is going to catch at least one of them off guard. But luckily, all the T's scurry away just before it reaches it. Fluke Artist now, though, knows that it's going to be that B site, knows that the short push is going to be a great spot to come from. Lines up the window, finds the head of Sir instead. Pushing in, he's got one mate in market who finds Skids. XPL though, finds himself a double kill. Beautiful round there from Storm, finally putting a round on the board there. Not damaging Guts' economy as much as you'd like to be here. With Flukar sitting on 10, he's going to be able to easily turn around and throw an AWP over to Seabear, the poorest person on their team.
We've got 2 Galils here from the Storm side, struggling a bit on.
Yep,
on
so even though
economics.
Storm were able to win that round, they're still struggling to actually cobble together a bike here. Hopefully they can make something work with those 2 Galils. Otherwise, they are going to be flat broken. Brad G will be the most useful player in this round. He wants to try and get the most kills to try and get that bank back up. Sitting on only 900 with an AWP, it is going to be painful if he comes out of this round with no kills.
By the looks of things, it is going to be a split A take here from Storm, and Canateras have a good hold. They delay the push even more, so it's a minute before the Terrors can push out.
seabed getting a nice shot onto XPL. Sir also taking out Fluke Artist, waiting there on scaffolding for so long to find Brad G. Skids takes out Fluke though. It's now up to Skids and Magic. Agona and Blank are on the retake. Agona sitting CT, just waiting for his teammate to make it all the way through T. It is a very long push, but it could be the right one. Skids has no idea. He finally takes the shot and Blank goes down. It is now 1v1. That Molotov forces Skids to push through, and Agona was ready and waiting for it. Very nice round there from Team Storm. Unfortunately, towards the end there, the retake was just too strong. The position that both of those CTs were in was just outstanding. Playing it the way that they did, Agona going for the peak, even though his teammate was still on the rotate and a good couple of seconds away. I think it would have been interesting to see if he had walked that in T and not given anything away. That round may have gone a bit differently.
He's heading towards the B site just for a quick rush on their eco. Some armor to his helmet, so it's not completely. That was a good shot there. And T's take the site on a force buy.
This is what I've been wanting to see from Team Storm here. A fast push onto the site. They've been delaying, they've been playing very passive, waiting for the CTs to push, but these CTs are not the kind of CTs you want pushing.
So one thing I've noticed about Storm is they're leaving themselves open to angles that they probably shouldn't. Like, Magic up in apps there, he really shouldn't have been peeking towards market. I mean, his teammates from short and from
push
down.
finally comes in. Fluke Artist though finds himself Skids, and Tomliner finds himself a two-piece.
It was a great two-piece there from Tomliner, really controlling that recoil well.
And Fluke Artist is no loser. He buys himself a diffuser, and Guts will take it to 6-1.
Honestly, that was a good force buy there by Storm.
Very good force buy there from Storm. Good work taking the site and getting the bomb down, but unfortunately there just wasn't enough momentum left at the end of it to be able to hold those CTs off. Now, we do see that they've been able to get a full AK buy here. Now, what I'd like to see is I'd like to see them actually do a fast push with this AK buy. But that might not matter, because two CTs are pushing up mid fast. Tomliner finding himself a nice kill onto XPL, and Seabear and Blink helping him. This is not good for Storm here. The bomb is downed, almost at top of mid, down near T ladder. Skits is going to have to try and recover the bomb. Tomliner is ready and waiting though, with backup from Seabear, and Seabear relocates down to short now. He's done the job that he needs to do up there. So is Tomliner. Tomliner's even going to give up bomb here. Brad G finds himself a nice shot onto Blank over on the B site. He's going to have to move heaven and earth to be able to win this round for Team Storm here. Does not realise the shot's coming from Seabear up in the scaffolding on ladder. Unlucky round there for Team Storm. Do you think... I think right now would be the time for attack pause, if anything, because you need a...
Yeah. No,
you definitely do not want to be going into your CT side with the CTs already going on to 8 or above. And from the looks of it, that's the way it's going to be going. And we are going to see, I think, an eco smoke take onto the A site here.
Now, honestly, this is something that I wanted them to do on a buy. At the moment, Guts is only playing 2 guys over towards that A site, and if they were to do a proper A smoke take, only one man would be in front of the smoke line. Only one person would be able to shoot back, but...
The problem here, though, is both Fluke and Tom are on the other side of those smokes, and they're going to be holding site together. Tomliner finds himself a 2K, can't quite get the third, pulls out his US to get the third. Seabear's there to back him up as well. It is all up to Brad G on site with 3 CTs closing in around him now. Bradgie getting the spray down there onto Seabear, but the aim punch from Seabear coming in just too strong. Bradgie goes down.
See, I think if Storm were to do that on a rifle round, they'd have a lot more success. They'd be able to get those refrags. It was a good read from the two players on the A side to push through that smoke there and actually manage to be, you know, still in a position where they can get the frags as they push out on the site. But Storm, I mean, they were too slow again. They need to be quick against Guts because their rotates are on point at the moment. As I say that, though, we have all the terrorists setting up towards B side. A is completely clear, and we've had two counter-terrorists push into Palace and actually see that Palace is clear, so... One's already quick rotating towards B. Tom Liner almost hitting a spray there, connected against Magic's small amount. Did 16 damage to him. Good shot here from Angona. It's a great angle. Can he get the frag though? Storm expects XPL. What a shot there. Now Guts, they're slow on the rotate for once. There's still two men on A site when the bomb goes down.
Bomb has been planted.
Storm looking in a great position to take their second round here. Bradgie dominating with that AWP. Yeah, and we are going to see the CTs now save.
Honestly, that's interesting, considering Seabear has, like, 8k. But, I mean, 3 of them are low.
Yeah,
one's got 2-2.
Fluke Artist is only sitting on $50 and whatever he's got sitting in his pockets and hands right now. So he really wants to save that M4.
The other thing is the utility that they have. They've still got a Molotov and a nade, so 2 days.
Molotov, nade, defuse, and full armor. You definitely want to save that purely because if you have to get Seabear to start buying for your teammates, which is already going to have to do this round, their little surplus will run out faster, and that's what Storm wants, and we can tell that Guts definitely don't want that.
Seabear's going to have to buy himself and drop one, yeah, and he's going to have almost no, like, he'll have 2,000 maybe by the end of it.
Yep.
Unless
this is where Storm can start to actually win a few rounds on the eco. If they are able to take this one, I'm pretty sure Guts should full save. They may force. I know Seabear will have a bit on him. He throws some around. Brad missing the shot down mid. Does he realise it's a push? He pulls all the way back. He's very cautious for it. He knows that on an eco, it is the best case scenario. Rush mid, get a kill, recover a gun. Magic's not having any of that though. Skits and XPL follow up with a nice piece themselves. Tom Liner though takes out XPL.
That was a good read there by Guts. Seeing the man like pull back at the top mid, they instantly rotate to A because they know it's play.
It has now been forced to a 2v2 again. Both of these teams are performing admirably. They're forcing themselves into 2v2s, and then it comes down to the strat game. Who's going to wait out the smokes the longest? Who's going to push what side? And unfortunately, it seems like Guts does work better in a team environment on the retakes. They seem to be a bit more coordinated as to what they're doing and what angles they will be peeking. And as I say that, Skits, though, catches both Tom and Agona out. Storm take another round. 3-8 now. Now we will see Guts spread a little bit of love around. P250s on 2, USPs on 2, and Seabear rolling in the money with the Deagle.
I was gonna say, the other round, the ended up buying instead of Seabear, so they've still got quite a lot of money on it. They're using the bank and Guts at the moment.
XPL with another shot on the top liner there in snipers. Comes down short, follows up with another one on Agona.
Gets the 4k actually. Can he get a see it take him out through window. It was a great take there from XPL. They were on eco, so it was just a matter of tapping on the head, but either way, a good round there from Storm, playing that fast onto that B side. I think honestly at the moment, I think fast takes is the way Storm should be going. Last 2 rounds where they've gone fast, out for them, so 8-4 now. Storm bringing it back, and that is a good. You can do that in maybe 5 rounds. If we saw Velos. The mow down on the A site.
And it is now 2v2 again. Sir, though, making it a 2v1 in Storm's advantage. Sir is tagged pretty low here. He's down to 24. He's going to want to recover that bomb and get the plant down as fast as he can. Brad G, though, isn't in an area to actually help defend this plant.
But he is.
And this could be risky.
He has a smoke. Yeah, there it goes. Yep. Smokes off CT, allowing him to... That is
Smokes and Molotoving off-site. Playing it extra cautious, but Seabear has a peek on this smoke. Oh no, this could be deadly. He spotted one of them, pulls back behind the smoke and the Molotov. Gets behind cover at 65 HP. Gets the nade in that misses Sir. Now Sir has enough time here to rotate to the B site. But I think Seabear's somewhat onto that. He's pushing himself into jungle snipers just in case he's going to come up connector. Catch him just after the plant. Misses the shot though. That flash, it almost failed, but it actually worked perfectly. But Seabear, not having any of this, gets the defuse for guts and takes it to 9-4.
So honestly there, Seabear should have hit that shot from Midcon. Missing that, but that flash from Sia, I'm pretty sure that was meant to land on top of the stairs.
Yeah, that one they hit the side and bounced off, that missed, but that was perfect because as he was pushing around, it fully flashed him out and forced him back upstairs, but unfortunately was not lucky enough. Now, we do see another rifle round come in from both sides here, and this is what is keeping Storm alive here. The fact that they haven't had to go into another eco and win or lose an eco yet. We see the T's playing very cautious around that mid area, taking control, but not wanting to overextend themselves. And XPL getting tagged all the way down by Seabear, and Seabear wants that kill, so he gets the nade out. Sir, though, responds with a shot onto Fluke Artist at A site. Magic now pushing up through the gets a shot on Tomliner, almost gets the shot onto Blink, but Blink takes him out, not before Brad G takes him out. It is looking like this round may go in Storm's favour here. Sir is on 4 HP, so the CTs could take this to a 2v2 retake very quickly and easily. But they are playing far back, they are playing cautious, they do not want to give Storm any more ground than they've already gotten. They know that an okay score for T-side, especially Mirage, is between 5 and 6. That is doable on CT side. And they really do not want to let them... Oh, that nade. They really do not want to let them get close.
It doesn't really matter now. I was going to say, the bad thing about that nade for the T's is it gives away the position they know one's in their name, but it doesn't matter. It did so much damage anyway that the counter-terrorists didn't have time to react to those 2 frags.
Team Storm now in a really good position to try and secure the last round of the half, so that way they can actually lead into their CT with a chance. Like I said, I find that 5 is the minimum that you need to be able to work with anything on the CT side. It leaves you a couple of rounds before you're screwed economy-wise. 6 though, 6 is what you'd aim for on a first half T side. And we see a fast B push coming in here. Skits is out the window. He doesn't realise he's taking a shot from behind. Though. Blink with the headshot.
No scope and then a... Oh,
no
that was
scope and headshot.
That was a killer shot.
XPL now on 3 HP, puts it down. It is all up to Fluke Artist.
Now we can easily see Fluke Artist clutch this. He's gonna...
XPL is literally a dink of a grenade away. Fluke Artist playing it very passive though. He's going to peek shop doorway now. He's not going to find much resistance from this side of site unless XPL decides to peek over the van. XPL's heard him definitely on site though. Knows he's back. So does Sir. Down Fluke Artist goes. Guts really need to win these first 3 rounds here. I think Storm actually have a good chance of taking this. Like I said, 6 is the score that you want. If you can win 2 pistols, you're 8-9 with the T's. And then you've got finally a chance to actually equalise and then try and convert and score points in your favour. And with the way that T and CT work, you've actually got a bit more chance of getting the T's into that economy pattern where you can win the 2 rounds, force them for 1 or 2, and get those 2 rounds as well.
Dominate the economy from
oh yeah, 100%. And honestly, being on 6, you want to dominate the economy. If you can do that for the first 4 rounds, boom, you're in the lead. It's going to be interesting to see at the pace which Guts push. I think that a team like Storm pushing the way they were as T, the slow, the thoughtful, the very careful push. I think if Guts bring out fast, almost uncoordinated chaotic pushes that catch Storm off guard, Storm may not know what they need to do. They seem like a team that actually really need the coordination and instruction on, we're taking a site, we're smoking this, we're going here. Whereas Guts, they seem to be able to come up with more on the fly, so it'll be really interesting to see how this half pans out.
Go into this first pistol round. A CZ has been bought on Brad. That is something you don't see much on pistol round. We've got 4 armor on the T side and 2 flashes.
Oh, God. Magic gets a beautiful shot onto a goner. He is a goner down mid.
Oh,
and
God,
the B push
shot.
slows down now. The B push slows down because with nothing A and nothing out mid, those CTs should know that it's B. We do only see 2 on the B side. Brad G with that CT. Finds himself a 2-piece, spins around, gets a knife as well. Beautiful round there from Team Storm. And that knife from Brad means that he is now sitting on 4-9 on the second round. He is getting himself an M4 for his hard work. And I do not expect to see Guts force here whatsoever. They are going to eco, only 1 flash on Tom. And I believe we'll either see a straight up B push from all of them. Yep, straight up B push from all of them. They are not going to send anyone mid this round. They want that bomb plant. They need that bomb plant. They know that going 8-9 is not good for them, especially because they will need to save 1 more to get a good buy. The flash comes in. Nade goes out from Brad, though. Oh, the nade and the team damage from Sir.
As auto
Brad collects himself a 3-piece. Sir gets himself a nice little 2k. Round is over. 8-9. Team Storm doing exactly what they need to equalise and try and turn this around in their favour here.
So I think we'll see a controlled take here from Guts. We're either going to see a Rand play where they go off and they go for picks, or we're going to see them go for straight take.
I think we'll see...
They're going to go for picks.
Yeah, we'll see the picks, we'll see them set up in unders, and we'll see them set some smokes up for mid. They're going to try and get a little bit of map coverage. Mid is the best area I find as T to be able to play with, to be able to work some things out of. But unfortunately, Blank, Tom, and a goner all tagged down to 56, 56, 21, but that doesn't matter because a goner is gone. Not before Seabear takes out Magic and Blank takes out XPL.
Now, I was going to mention, from the last video, Magic has sprayed through that smoke at the beginning of the round, and I think the terrorists realised that and they wanted to take advantage of it by
Skids takes out Tom Liner and Fluke Artist gets a nice kill for himself now. It is a 2v3 in somewhat of Guts' favour. They've managed to recover a FAMAS, they have a Tech 9 and a Glock. Storm need to play this very carefully here. T's are actually taking the time that they've got on the clock, 50 seconds, to not plant that bomb and force the CTs to push sites and get information. Is it A side? Is it B side? And we do see the player rotating through CT now, and Sir falling off of A as well. They've spent a little while there, they haven't heard anything. With 30 seconds left, it's going to have to go down somewhere.
Bomb has been planted.
Sir now, though, definitely knows that it is the A side, gets the spray. All the T's are under 35 health. Sir can do this, but it's going to take a bit of magic. And unfortunately, he's dead. Sir is only going to be able to get himself exit frags here. He's not going to be able to do anything, unfortunately.
This was a crucial round here for Guts to take, and to take it on a full eco without any players who have armor, I mean, they've put Storm in a really bad position here. The economy...
Not only that, they managed to collect themselves a M4 A1S and a FAMAS for their hard work there. That going into this round means that Guts is only going to have to spend money on 3 of their players, and they're going to be able to start building up that economy, which is the one thing you don't want the T's having at this point. We do see that Storm do have somewhat of a full buy here. I mean, we've got two FAMASes, two M4s, and an AWP. Very little utilities except for smokes and flashes. If they do lose this, though, they are going to be in an eco, and going to eco at 11-8 is definitely not what you'd be wanting. And we see again Guts here slowing down the push, taking their pre-aimed positions that they know people love to stand in, like Fluke is right now, and just spamming it a little bit, trying to soften up those CTs, and that's exactly what they're doing to Seabear right now. Seabear down to 64. Fluke's not going to find anyone with that nade. He really wants a kill in apps here. Agona, though, will find Magic. And that's going to open things up there for the T's a bit. And we do see them now rotating around through T-side, being very cautious of this Lurker. And Skits, unfortunately, not.
Honestly, we should see a full rotate here from the counter-terrorists. They should have been seen on Deathcam there, and as we do, it's too slow. Terrorists are going to be able to take this site with almost no contest.
But Brad finds himself a two-piece, finds himself a third!
Well, I guess the site is contested by AWP.
I mean, do they need more than Brad G? Apparently not.
I don't think so, because that second shot was... And he gets the 4. That second shot from Brad was just out of this world. That should not have hit. Now we see Storm. They're in a very comfortable position. I mean, the buy is going to be short, but after that round, you got to have so much confidence. Like, you watch one of your teammates get a crazy frag like that, and just everyone gets hyped. So we could very well see Storm roll the momentum here, but there's Guts. They buy up as well and go for this quick B take, so slowing down a bit now. I think
Brad G out. We do see Guts. Seabear was setting up for a smoke, but ready for a push up unders. CT's getting very antsy on the A site, very mobile. We've got a P90 up close to A main and Palace. Are going to see Brad G rotate through, and he's in a great spot to find Blank. But Agona pops out mid, finds the head of Skids. Not before XPL takes out Tom Liner. Fluke Artist, though, puts a stop to XPL. Brad G, though, not having any of this on the B site. It's now into a 2v2 again. Brad G is holding in the market. He's got back up here now, but does he need it? He's got himself a 3-piece. Seabear takes out Magic. It is now a 1v1. Playing very passively here. Brad G knows that he's got the upper hand here with the bomb down. He misses the shot though. Pushes through and unfortunately gets caught off by Seabear there. So it will go 11-9 to Guts. Very unfortunate game here for Team Storms. We do now see them being forced into that eco pattern at 11-9. Now this is very not preferable, and that's why you do see Magic here buying a scout. He knows that he needs to make something work with this round to try and bring it to 10-11, even if it means completely eco-fucking yourself. Unfortunately, let's just hope that it actually pays off for them. As the T's spread out a lot more than last time, Brad's not going to find anyone over here at Apps with that CZ, and the scout has already gone down on Magic. Brad G with that pop flash finds himself a nice shot on the blink, dinks another one, but it's not enough to stop Seabear. Agona just spamming the smoke. Finds himself a nice little 3k there. And the round will go to Guts, 12-9. Yeah, and we are seeing now a full save, except Sir, who's getting himself a deagle, come in from Team Storm. And we do see Guts still playing a very passive T-side, setting up for map control. Seabear gets a nice shot on the skits there. Now that they've got their pick and they've done some damage, they know the push coming through T, and Seabear's waiting there for XPL. Agona knows there is another one. He is not leaving till he gets his kill, and Magic peaks. Agona gets his kill. We see Guts not even trying to actually take a site here. They're actually just letting the CTs push them on their eco to try and get those few frags that Storm really do need, and they are just shutting them down left, right, and center.
By 3, he just missed a head of Fluke there. He has to be playing on 4x3. Otherwise, he would have 100% seen that guy down and lower. His head was poking out, but the black bars means it wasn't for him.
Now, we see Storm possibly with their last rifle here, and it's a forced rifle too. M4s with very little utilities. And we do see Guts pretty much setting up for a standard A-take here. We've got 2 CTs rushing mid. Skits is already at the top. Doesn't catch that T before he pulls back. Hasn't gotten enough info either to let them know that it is going to be the A site. And with all these CTs in mid, it's going to be a... Oh no. Skits making the wrong call. Can't make up his mind whether he wants to push T or not. And that is... I'm going to say going to cost them the round. A 4v4 retake now. With the T's on site, waiting for those CTs to push for the retake and just demolishing them. This is unlucky from Storm here. They should have waited for the bomb plant, put their smokes. Not that they had many, but they did have a few utilities. Guts win the round 14-9. Now, unfortunately, I think we'll see these next 2 rounds go the way of Guts. This one's going to be a real force. We're going to have 2 Famises, 2 Deagles, Skits with a 5. Bit more utilities this time, hence the very cheap buy. Hail Mary. We got to try something, Doc. Skits is going to flash himself in. Blank though, ready and waiting for it. Seabear finds himself a nice 2k from up in Palace there. He's going to get smoked out a bit on site. XPL finds himself a beautiful 2k onto Seabear and Blank. Tomliner though, not having any more of that, puts a stop to XPL's madness. It's all up to Sir and this Deagle. 2 flashes and a nade. This man has a dream. Lands the first Deagle shot. Isn't able to land the second. And Fluke Artist gets the kill onto Sir. 15-9 Guts.
I think Storm are going to take this round, given the way they performed before on the force buys. I mean, one of their players is going to have to go big
take this round, live to fight another day, possibly try and take it to 11-15. But they need 6 in a row here with no fault, no error, no eco to take it to OT. And we see the T's again playing a very passive setup. They know that if they just sit that far back, eventually these CTs will push them for information.
And here we see it, XPL pushing through Palace. Seabear's waiting for it, is going to come out and miss the shot, but they're giving away a lot of information here, Storm. Locking down Seabear towards T-spawn though, that's good, it's not moving. But
I think Storm have simply been read as to how they take care of their sites. If the site's not pushed after a certain amount of time, usually the push reverse comes in where you go through T, clear T, call T. They're sitting, they're waiting for that. They don't care if they wait till a minute 30 for that. They will wait as long as they have to get that first frag to sway it in their favour before they start moving on a site. And we see it hasn't worked so far. It's almost at 1:30. Fluke's going to set up for this smoke onto the B site. And that'll be the signal of a 5-man take onto B.
C is in a brilliant position though, and they haven't seen him.
Skits was in a great spot there. It's now a 3-2 retake. This is extremely doable for Team Storm. And as I say that, Blank puts a stop to Brad. Seabear puts a stop to Sir. It is now a 1v1 again. XPL. No utilities. Seabear has one nade on the pillar. Other side, unfortunately. Too quick for Seabear.
Game over. 16-9. Guts take that against Storm, and really it came down to those first couple of rounds on the CT side for Storm. They weren't able to get it. They